What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Vertical Football. Welcome back to 5 Things We Learned. I'm your host, Shegu. Guys, Manchester United 1, Leeds United 2. Very disappointing game. A lot of sad moments in this game. A lot of things that we did not do well. And I feel that Leeds were deserved winners of the game, really. Even though, yes, after our record, we had a little bit more momentum than the first half. But ultimately, I want to say that Leeds were well-deserved winners of this game. Manchester United, sadly, even though I was hoping for a draw, but sadly, I think we deserve to lose the game. So, guys, let's jump right into it. Let's analyze the game. And the first point for me is that football is a very, very good, beautiful sport, but football is also a very, very sport that can punish you. And I think, and that's why I keep saying it. And I thought we were what do you call it? We had passed this level in this season. I felt that we've gone into a level where we have overcome this obstacle. And the obstacle is the obstacle of complacency. The boys were complacent today. There's no way to how I will polish it. They were not serious. They just believe it's another game, we'll win. But they did not even approach the game like they wanted to win. And that's why you can see you had the first half, which was one of the most terrible halves I've seen this season. And I'm not capping. One of the most terrible halves I've seen of football this season. And then you had a second half when we're even 10 men, 1 man out in terms of record. We actually even played better when we're down with 1 man than when we were full. Because it's not about the numbers in that case. It's just about the mentality. The guys in the first half were just so relaxed. They just felt it's Old Trafford, it's Leeds United, we are going to win. But they didn't do what is needed to win. And for me, it was really big because I thought that we had overcome this. I thought, that we are better than this now. We're not complacent. We are focused. We are ambitious. But I think today's game just shows us that we still have a lot to do in terms of mentality, in terms of approach every game like it's a big game. And second thing is the fact that we did not start well. And this is not just maybe a new thing now. We've not started well for a long time. Right? A lot of games we've played, even under Michael Carrick, we've not started well. And today again, we did not start well. And you can see today's game is just the fact that they scored us early enough. I think certain games where we've not started well, the opponent maybe a save from Lament or the opponent could not just connect and score. We've been saved. But today we did not start well. And it's also a sign to show us that we need to be switched on. This is a club. I know we've not played a lot of games. A lot of matches, after maybe how many days have we not played matches? But I think that should be a more reason why we should be anxious. We should be more driven to want to play the game. We should be more driven to come back with that desire to say, we are back and want to play. And I felt today, we were so relaxed, so nothing concerned us. Everything just went anyhow. That first half was just one of the worst first halves I've seen this season. Second point I want to make is the fact that, you can't say this is where the issue came from in the first half, because the issue came from many areas, right? I think the totality of our play, there were structural problems. First of all, in our build-up, there was a structural problem. Sometimes I saw our build-up was asymmetrical. It wasn't the way it used to be, and I was like, maybe this is something they worked on in Highland, maybe something they worked on during the break. But the fact is, we tried to be compact, but we're not compact. Leeds found it easy. The likes of Tanaka, the likes of this guy, their captain, that's Leeds captain, found it easy. And Padu, they found it easy to string passes in the midst of us, even in the first half. And I feel we've been seeing this game after game after game after game, that we should not allow teams find it that easy to string passes through us. So I felt the structure was a lot of problems. Even in terms of the structure we decided to take, we are not compact enough. And also, even in our compact shape, we fell into the trap of Leeds. And what were Leeds doing in the first half? Leeds will literally go to the side of Mazarawi. They will overload us there, and they will keep a man there to isolate Shaw. That's normal football. But the fact is, the moment they play the ball to that guy on the far end, our defense needs to adjust to protect Shaw. And many times we did not adjust. I can count more than 3 times that they had those juicy moments of overloading and isolating. It wasn't good. The intensity, we couldn't match their intensity once again. So there are a lot of things I think we need to look at. a lot of things we need to look at, go back to our drawing board and begin to see these are problems we have not, it's not just this game. It's not because we lost this game. These are problems that have been existing. Yeah, some are new, like the overload and isolate is new. I felt we have been decent on that. Many teams did not even use that against us, funny enough, under Michael Carrick. But today, they showed us that they can overload us here because we're that compact and we do not recover to move to the other side. I felt that was very bad. Intensity, they outclassed us in intensity. Throughout the game, I felt in terms of they were more dogged. They had that bite in them that they wanted it. Yes, at certain point we had momentum in the second half, but you can see that, guys, this guy wanted it more. They ran, they pressed, and I feel it was really, really not good. And I think it now begins to ask. I begin to ask this question. This now brings the question: the shape we had in the first half, and I was saying, okay, we're trying to be compact, we're trying to, center in the center of the pitch. Was it a tactical thing or was it a result of no game plan? Because it can be two of them. Maybe new tactics that did not work, or there was no game plan at all. Because for me, at certain points, I was like, what exactly are we trying to do in terms of the game plan? Third point, I felt also that we had a lot of long balls, especially in the first half. Second half, I can understand because there's already a red card. And I can understand that we're trying to find moments to bring us into the game, which we saw. One, a beautiful ball from Bruno to Casemiro that got us the first goal. But the fact is, in the first half, even when we were maybe 1-0 down, there are certain moments where we still had the opportunity to pass forward before we even do the long balls. Let's even move closer to the box. From far end, we were playing long balls. And this is something I felt. I understand that, yes, you have to have different ways to attack, variation of attack. But the fact is, our long balls as a means of attacking in this club is becoming too much. We are over-reliant on moments where we play the long ball. Beginning of the season, I didn't believe, a part of the season, even early days of Michael Carrick, I believe that we try to at least tap the ball a bit. But now, we are not even having those variation of attack. It's just somebody picks the ball, maybe Bruno Fernandes picks the ball and tries to play it long, to somebody to receive the ball. Yes, I understand that, okay, today, Leeds were playing a high line. I can get that point. But the fact is, even people that are not playing high line, we try to still use long ball against them. And where we have other options that could have been better to use to attack. So we have to have that variation of attack. We can't just rely on long balls. I even see fantastic goal from Casemiro, from the low ball for Bruno. But the fact is, there are a lot of long balls that we had that were not successful. And I think teams are watching at this. Teams are looking at this. And when they begin to see that this is your only major way of attacking, it's easy for them to stop us. So I think we need to really, really work on it. And I felt that, there were some performances in the first half that were like, wow. We had some sequences in the first half that were like, decent. Some sequences between Mazarawi and Ahmad, but it didn't end up to anything big. And I felt that first half for me was really, 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 really sad. Second half, I know that, okay, they were complacent. Came in the second half, and I felt that, okay, the game was still like, who's going to have the game? Who's going to move the game? Leeds were more conservative in terms of they wanted to sit back and make us do the hard work and then hit on transition. But the red card, he put the hair. Quite all right. But for me, the referee did what they did, and I don't think there's any fault in that. I think that was a clear red. But I think it's a blow, really. It's a blow, really, when we have another red card. For the second game consecutive now, against Bournemouth, Maguire had a red card. If I'm not mistaken, was given a red card. And this game, we are given a red card again. And we have to now play with 10 men in both games for certain moments of the game. And I felt it was really, really sad to see. Really, really sad to see. And I think we need to do better in how we defend in certain moments, especially our centre backs. We need to do better. And I also felt, okay, after the red card, we had a lot of momentum on the ball. We had momentum on the ball, and I could see that, we're trying different things, long balls, and we're trying to create different things. And I felt we had the momentum. But ultimately, we've already lost the game in the first half. And that was really, really sad. We've lost that game in the first half. And that was really, really sad. So I just want to say the boys need to pick themselves up. And the major lesson is, don't be complacent. This was a game that was lost because of complacency. It was a game that was lost because of complacency. Yeah. And I think we just have to do better. Yeah. Just have to do better, really. Just have to do better. Pick ourselves up. We are going to Chelsea next game. We have to start the game well. So, guys, these are my opinions on the game between Manchester United and Leeds. Manchester United 1, Leeds United 2. Sad game, really. Sad game. Really, really sad, really. But I just hope that we move on from this and we attack the other games with good mentality and with good momentum. So, guys, let me have your thoughts on this game. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and ultimately don't forget to share. Until I see you next time. Bye.